to my channel. I am back with this week's Teen Mom Recap. Before I get started with this week's video, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every single week about the newest episode of Teen Mom The Next Chapter. If that's something that you would want to watch, go ahead and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started with this week's video. We start with Briana. I'm adjusting to my mom being in rehab. Although what I should be adjusting is the size of these big-ass glasses. Without my mom, I don't have as much help as I used to. The girls' school is very far. Devon will make the drive once in a while, but I always have to remind him to step up. Now Devon just texted me that he'd rather put the girls in the school bus. Devon comes over and he explains, I would rather pay for her bus than drive her to school. It's just way too long of a drive for me. Which they didn't explain why they're paying for a bus. Obviously this can't be like public school, right? Maybe is it like a charter school or a private school? Did not know that they also charge for buses. What if they don't like the bus? Well, I can't leave work that early and I can't afford not to work. Briana says, and you think I can? Which I don't think she has a job, but... Corey and Taylor are moving. Their new house is only 5 minutes away from Cheyenne. When the moving truck comes by, Cheyenne asks, why do you guys have so much stuff? And truly they do. Like, not only is this moving truck enormous, but it is absolutely filled to the brim with stacked boxes. Corey says he used 15 of the boxes just for his clothes. Later he goes to talk to Taylor. Have you ever heard the phrase, behind every strong woman is a strong man? No, never heard that one actually. Well, anyway, I have this idea. All the dads on the show, we should all go on an all-guys trip to a ski lodge. So all the dads get on a Zoom chat. He said, we got moon bikes, skis, snowboards, let's hit the slopes. Everyone's going, even Gary. Speaking of Gary, he later tells Kristina, so I messaged Amber recently. I told her, you need to reach out to Leah, at least say hi or something. And this was her response. And we got a screenshot of the text here, so let's do a deep dive, shall we? I've texted and called Leah 1,000,000 times. No answer, nothing ever back. I've done everything to be in her life and I've gotten shit on. I never get to spend time with her. Gonna stop you right there. We just saw on the show Leah begging to spend time with James and her mom. And Amber said no, and she had James for several days too. Clearly it was retaliation for Leah calling her ass out at the birthday party. But right there is evidence, and I'm willing to bet that that kind of flakiness is even worse off camera. I'm excluded from all of her schooling and cross country still. I'm tired of being unhappy and fighting for attention from everyone. You would think I used to beat the living shit out of her how I'm excluded from her life. Whoa. What the fuck? Who says that about their child? Like, first of all, Gary is literally asking you to contact her. He's clearly not excluding you. Every time you actually do show up to an event with her, you're late, so you clearly don't care that much. And like, we know you used to beat all your exes, Amber, but does that make you think it's okay to create a hypothetical situation where you beat the shit out of your daughter? Like, not just beat, but beat the living shit out of. Like, she got specific there. Like, why is that even a thought in your mind? What a weirdo. All I've done is beg for time, and I get spit in the face. I am not a horrible person, and I'm a loving mother. I refuse to live a miserable life anymore. I've been here, and I hear absolutely nothing except a Merry Christmas from Kristina. And, by the way, it should be accept with an E, not accept with an A. Go, Amber. And a fucking flower emoji sign off. As if you need like a sign off for a text message where the person has your contacts saved. Like, Amber. Yeah, we know it's Amber. Kristina says, that's kind of shocking to me. Which, I mean, at this point it shouldn't be, but... Gary says, I'm not even gonna tell Leah about this. Even if your kid pushes you away, you should still show interest. And yeah, exactly. Just because Leah is being more cautious now, doesn't mean you just give up. You would think that a mom would never want to stop trying for her child. But I guess not everyone has that mindset. Kristina says, I feel like no matter what I do, I'm still not her real mom. I can't fill that void in her heart. Everyone arrives to the cabin for the ski trip. So guys, what's happening? What's been up? Gary, how's Amber? Is she getting along with Leah? Gary says, actually, Amber hasn't seen Leah since her birthday. Everyone shakes their heads in disappointment. And Tyler says, I don't understand how she can do that. I can't go 3 days without seeing my kids. Gary says, well, the damage is done to Leah, honestly. Tyler says that Amber needs to work on being more consistent. Yeah, but first things first, Amber has to actually try. I mean, I don't want to throw her under the bus, though. Well, I hope Amber knows that she's the reason for their bad relationship, not Leah. Tyler says that Kristina is a saint, and I think we can all agree on that. Then Gary drops this bombshell. He says, so Leah told me she actually wants Kristina to adopt her. And would Kristina be willing to do that? Oh yeah, Kristina would do it in a heartbeat. And I almost feel a little sad that it's gotten to this point. But Amber truly has made her bed and now she has to lie in it. Like, you can only take so much shit treatment from someone and having boyfriends put over you over and over and over again before you just give up. Now, legally, I'm not sure if Kristina could actually adopt her. I get the feeling that Amber would fight it tooth and nail. Simply for reasons of pride and ego, I don't think she actually cares about Leah. But regardless of who is the mom on paper, I think it's clear who Leah actually sees as her mom, which she has every right to do so. After that very serious conversation, the boys play a round of beer pong. Tyler then FaceTimes Kate to tell her the tea on Amber. Caitlin's eyes go wide. She's like, wow, that would devastate Amber. Gary needs to tell her that. And then she's gonna need some extra support. Next is Briana. She asks her girls about taking the school bus. Are you guys willing to take the bus? No, it's hot. I don't want to. Well, it's not a regular bus though. It's private transportation. Which again makes me really wish that they explained more. Like, what kind of bus is this? Is it a charter bus with like AC and a bathroom in the back? Because I feel like if you're paying for it, it better be. Would you guys rather switch to a closer school? And they agree that they would prefer to do that after they finish their current year. Then Briana randomly says, Nova, did you know that I met your dad in school? Stella asks, what about my dad? Oh God. And this just begins like a heartwarming retelling of the beautiful story of how Lewis met Briana. Briana says, no, I met your dad at the club. He was the DJ. And no lie, Stella legit says, ew. Then Stella asks, did he call you out? Yeah, he was like, let me get you a drink, shawty. I was like, okay. And then Stella, who by the way is 6 years old, seems like horrified at this not so fairy tale ending. She says, well, that doesn't mean that he's my real dad, right? Oh no, yeah, he's totally your real dad. But you accepted to let him be my dad? Yes, I did. Even Stella in kindergarten is judging her mom's poor decisions. Caitlin calls Macy to spill the Amber adoption tea. Macy's like, oh, really? Is Amber communicating with Leah? No, apparently not. This makes me feel like a shitty friend. I feel like I should tell Amber. Macy says, this pisses me off. Gary shouldn't be telling people that. It's not fair. Macy stays like riding for these deadbeats, doesn't she? Ryan, Amber, Amanda. I mean, really, in the end, it's like a positive thing for Leah. But of course, all you guys care about is Amber. Kate says that'll affect Amber's mental health so badly. I mean, will it though? Like, first of all, I don't think it can possibly get worse. But second of all, she hasn't even seen Leah in like months at this point. It's not like anything would change for Amber. Macy says, me and Caitlin are in a tough position. As Amber's friend, I want to support her, but I don't know how. Well, may I suggest getting a cake? Hopefully the bakery is willing to write, sorry your child wants to disown you in frosting. The guys in Michigan go on these things called a snow go. Never heard of it before. And they're going up and down this mountain, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks really fun. I'm a Florida girl. I've never seen snow like that. Devon wipes out and he is mildly injured. He sends a text to Jade from Sean's phone saying, Devon has been airlifted to the hospital, as like a prank or a joke. But you want to know like the saddest part? No one gave a shit. Jade doesn't respond and Briana doesn't call or anything. Later Devon calls Jade and is like, haha, that text you got, we were joking. But it's just really embarrassing because like no one cared. How sad. Even Devon says, Briana didn't even call, they don't care. Then later it's boys' time in the hot tub. Corey tells Devon, I really like that you take out Stella too when you get Nova. Yeah, they're a package deal, and I see what goes on with her dad, you know, it's no secret. Well, what stops you from being around more consistently? And then Devon gets kind of quiet. He's like, well, you know, I'm working. Briana and Stella go to tour a school. Both the girls like it, and the best part is, it's only 12 minutes away from their house. So they decide to go apply to this new school. While they're filling out the application form, Briana asks, Is there anyone not authorized to pick you up? That's one of the questions. Who do you guys not want to pick you up? Stella says, my dad. I haven't seen him in a really long time, so it's like, what are you doing? Stella is funny. We got like a little Addie on our hands here. I'm sorry. Do you want to see him? Not really. Gary makes breakfast for the guys. He's actually like been cooking for them this whole trip is what it seems like. Every scene, he's the one cooking. And the sandwiches, they do look pretty fire. The guys ask, are you going to tell Amber about the adoption thing? He says eventually yes, but first I want to let Leah think hard about if that's what she really wants. Briana finds Stella's notebook. It says, feelings about Dad. I do not like that he won't come see me. Briana meets up with Shirley, who we haven't seen in a while. Briana says, Devon helps when he wants to, but he's not consistent. And Lewis hasn't seen Stella in a year. Look at what I found in Stella's notebook. I went through rejection from my own dad, so it's hard to see Stella going through what I went through. How am I supposed to help her when I can't even help myself? Cheyenne calls Zach, and by the way, Zach is wearing a shirt that literally says Cheyenne with like 10 pictures of her on it. She says there's a little bit of an issue. We were at the park when Ryder started crying and getting weird. My mom was there pacing, and she confronted this dad at the park. She says, your son just called my daughter the N-word. And the guy and his son were not black. My mom said, you need to apologize. And the dad did make his son apologize. But the boy kept saying, she's a liar. She's a liar. I feel defeated as her mom. What am I supposed to do? At this point, Zach has Corey join in on the call too. Don't put it on yourself. Ryder's only 6, so we'll have to discuss how to approach this. I went through the same thing. People have been calling me that word my whole life. And it's all for this episode of Teen Mom the Next Chapter. What do we think of Kristina possibly adopting Leah? Is Amber going to rage about it? Is it something that could actually logistically happen? Make sure to leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every week.